What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I'm throwing a part 2 to the video of most impactful number monsters. With the number monsters I decided to put in this one, these are these ones don't necessarily go into every single deck, although there is one that kind of does like fall into that category. But I don't want to intro you long without if you like what we do, please feel free to like and subscribe. If not, it is all cool trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get into the cards. Okay, so we're gonna start off this list with number 38, Hope Harbinger Dragon, Titanic Galaxy. Yeah, I don't know why I picked the one with the hardest freaking title to read, but let's just go ahead and go with that. This one right here, there's a couple of other numbers that I could have possibly put into this spot, but I wanted to really choose like really, obviously the more impactful that people see all the time, and like whether it's like something like Blue Eyes or some form of dragon deck or DDD or even like dragon like the Dragon Link, sometimes bring out this card. It is always kind of like if you run level 8s, yeah, level 8 strategy, you always see this card in there. Kind of similar to Big Eye, to where when you always see like level 7s, then like Big Eye is a card that people kind of naturally go towards to be like, oh well, that might be a good card. Same thing with number 38, and if it sticks, it does end up sticking, and its effect is really good. It has the ability to protect itself, I think, by battle, like when it battles into like special summon monster and all, if I'm not mistaken. And it also has the ability to negate a spell card or its effect. So that being extremely popular, extremely powerful, that's why this card is going to start off the list here. Starting with the next card is number S39, Utopia the Lightning. I was debating whether or not it's between this one or Utopia Double, and at the end of the day, I decided this one saw. I want to say this one just saw a little more widespread play, because you didn't have to commit the extra slot in your deck to play the card to make it work. It was just it worked, it just bam, it just worked. Also, your opponent, your opponent can't activate any cards when it attacks. So that right there was really like important for like, especially around the time when that card first came out. It didn't let anything get any kind of back row they had interrupt this card. So you would basically see a lot of people kind of use this similar to how they would use Crab King to just kind of like beat over really strong monsters that couldn't be targeted or couldn't be destroyed by card effects, and it would essentially kind of take care of the problem and also do a little damage. So I'll have like a little bit of immunity as long as you could attack with it. So this one, like I said, it was between this one or Utopia Double, and like I said, the more I thought about it, I think there's probably a lot of people who would love to play Utopia Double, but they just don't want to commit that extra spot in their deck, especially because now in modern day Yu-Gi-Oh, the deck space is getting a little bit too tight if you want to run a 40 card deck. So for this, the third card I chose is number F0, Utopic Draco Future. This one has not been hasn't been around as much as the other ones on this list, but every single time any kind of deck can summon this card, it is like the go-to kind of engine. There is the Tri Brigade, they have the Literalist cards, and those have the ability to simply go into this very easily. And then you also have the Ghost Trick engine, and the Ghost Trick engine essentially you'll be able to get out 2 Ghost Trick dual hand to go ahead and meet the I'd be able to meet the. Okay, well, I think I had it all mixed up, but yeah, but there is a some type of Ghost Trick engine you use to get up the Utopia Draco Future. So I just always see every time this card has even some type of inkling of being used in the deck, it is used, and it is like the poster child of it, to where it's probably like one of the strongest cards they put on their board, aside from maybe Apollosa. Alright, and the next card is number 86, Heroic Champion Rongomediad. This one was very much a no-brainer. Not every single deck could really get this out. I mean, it's only two or more of a level 4 warriors, so you would think it wouldn't be too hard, but but like so surprisingly enough, I believe they would actually I think you would get it out maybe like Phantom Knight, if I'm not sure, and then you would use the number 75 bamboozling Gossip Shadow to add itself to the Rongo Median to give it, you know, like the whole 5. So not a lot of, so it wasn't often kind of summoned in a like a kind of super warrior focused deck, but at the same time, like this card was just like incredible. Like if well, I mean, if you had all 5, you know, it was just amazing. But even just that 4 was extremely impressive. It says your opponent cannot normal or special summon monsters. Essentially, you would not be able to kaiju it. You know, like it's like if you went first and you drop number 86, your opponent cannot drop a kaiju because they can't normal or special summon the monster, and since they have to normal the kaiju to your field, they would not be able to get rid of it on that first turn. And no, you know, so it was just, it couldn't be destroyed by battle, unaffected by other card effects. It was extremely hard to like get this card off the field. It was almost impossible to get this card off the field. And if you, and with Yugioh being as fast as it was, if you're staring down this, there was odds are you were going to lose the next turn, or they were going to have so much advantage that no matter what you did, you were most likely going to just lose to the fact that they just had this on the board before you had a chance to do anything. And the last card I want to talk about is number S0 Utopic Zexal. This one, although it doesn't have as much flashiness as number 86, this right here was like such it was very hard to get around. Like not only as like an effect, you're able to like detach Exozy material, and your opponent cannot your opponent cards and effects cannot be activated. It had that, but it also, because I'm not remembering the whole thing. See, this card XYZ summon cannot be negated. XYZ summon your opponent's cards and effects cannot be activated. So it's like when you summon this card, you can't negate its summon, and your opponent couldn't activate anything, and it had a freaking detach 1 exo material to not let your opponent activate any card effects. That right there just was freaking crazy. And I guess you know, maybe some people might feel like Rongo was like a little bit more broken. I kind of feel like this one right here, like being the way that it came out as such a surprise, and it really impacted like everyone. If you were playing a deck that could get this out, you very much had to make sure that you were ready for it. If not, then you were straight up just going to lose. Alright guys, that's it for the video. This one's a little bit shorter. Didn't want to, you know, like take too long time, because like a lot of us already know about some of these cards. Just want to put my own personal opinion on like some of the more impactful like number cards that we had in this game. Alright guys, peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.